All right, before we can put in the replacement scroll ring, we need to disassemble the unit. And you should first take out the trackball, make sure the batteries are out as well. On the back, there are 4 rubber pads that cover the screw holes. You need to take those off and then remove the screws. There are 4 Phillips screws here. All the screws that you'll encounter here are Phillips screws. Once those are out, you can pull the top off. And there are 2 sets of 3 screws, so 6 screws running down each side. 3 here and 3 over here. Those hold the mouse buttons in place. So once those are out, you can very easily remove the mouse buttons. And then finally there are 2 other screws that hold the trackball cup in place. So each of those would need to come out. And once those are removed, then the cup is free. Now, the next step here is a little bit more problematic because it cannot easily be undone. The way that the existing ring is held in place, it sits on top of the cup, and it's held there almost sandwich style by this metal ring which comes up from underneath. And the metal ring is attached to the plastic portion of the ring here through these little pegs. There are 4 of them that extend into the metal ring here through the 4 holes that are on this part. And they come through there and then they are melted to hold the metal portion up against the plastic. And because they're melted, you can't easily put this back into place once it's split apart. But that's what you need to do if you want to be able to get at this. You need to use a small screwdriver or something else to simply pop them apart. And you're on your own in terms of figuring out how to reattach these if you decide you need to do so. Once they are broken apart, you'll be able to take a look at the insides of the existing scroll wheel. There's a thrust bearing that would sit inside of this. Even though the track in here is not even, you see there's various bumps and imperfections there. That might be part of the reason why it doesn't spin as well as it could. And then on the cup itself, if you turn it over, you'll notice these little indentations here. They are for holding the very small bearings that would be inserted in there that I've taken out because they're just so easy to lose. They are very, very tiny, as you can see here. They're like 1.5 millimeters in diameter, and they just simply don't spin very well, best I can tell. So again, that would be part of the reason why the existing scroll ring doesn't spin all that well. But that's it. That's how you disassemble the unit, and once you have this cup, that's the thing that you really need, you'll be in position to move on to put the next piece in place.